What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'll be responding to Sadhguru's video about overcoming the fear of being judged. I'm a meditation coach and I've guided hundreds of people on their meditation journeys. If you have any questions about how to start or where to begin, either comment down below or message me on Instagram @VishVibes. Also, I'm here with one of my best friends named Ben. Want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Ben. I just graduated from college, majored in computer science. Has a little following in TikTok, but not too much.
Link will be down below.
And trying to start a YouTube channel, but we'll see where I go with that.
Awesome. And have you seen any Sadhguru videos before?
Actually, not really. To be honest, I've only seen like one. I forgot what that one was about, to be honest, but
Gotcha.
I was interested because I saw, you do a lot of reacts to Sadhguru, so like I was like, maybe I'll watch one of his videos to see. So I'm not that experienced in Sadhguru's videos, so yeah, I'm excited to see this one.
And let's get straight into the video.
Whichever way you judge me has absolutely no impact on me because I'm completely stoned. I have not given this privilege to anybody, that somebody can make me happy, somebody can make me unhappy. Any moment we could be doing something wrong, so we listen to everybody. But what they say will not determine how I am.
Wow. Damn, that's powerful, yeah.
So Sadhguru, sometime back, I happened to be in a situation where a friend of mine was drunk. So when she was in the drunk state, she was repeatedly saying that please don't judge me as I'm drinking. Please don't judge me.
What the fuck?
It is…
I love his
but
laugh.
she's lost her judgment, but she doesn't want you.
So my question is, whether it is alcohol or not, in life, why are we so apprehensive about being judged by others? And how can we not let this come on our way of being happy?
Valuable question.
That's a deep question, yeah.
Look at me. See, I'm always stoned. Never touched a substance, but always stoned. You can judge me whichever way you want. Because one thing is, I'm stoned in such a way that I have not lost my judgment at all. And at the same time, whichever way you judge me has absolutely no impact on me because I'm completely stoned. Having said that, why this consumption of alcohol and drugs is growing the way it's growing in the world is, this is because the heavens have been collapsing. Yes, I was in Bangalore just 3-4 weeks ago. There were over 8,000 people doing a 2-day program with me. And just casually I asked, how many of you think you will go to heaven? Only 5 hands went up. Then I asked, are you all the hell people? No, it's just that both heaven and hell have collapsed in people's minds. This is the first time in the history of humanity that this many people in the world can think for themselves. Otherwise, your priest, your mullah, your pandit or a book was thinking for you. The first time that so many people can think for themselves. Are they thinking right, thinking wrong? There are many issues about that. But they're thinking right, thinking wrong, but they're thinking. So all illogical things are naturally collapsing. Still, this generation has not fully walked away from it, still there is fear. They can't openly say, there's no goddamn hell or heaven. They're still fearful about it, but they're trying to make a little heaven for themselves here. So… hey, wait.
He ain't finished.
So naturally, when they're not able to do it for themselves, out of their own intelligence, they will fall back on chemicals. Today, just to take very affluent societies, because every society is aspiring to be like that. Let's say you take United States, which is the most affluent nation on the planet right now. 70% of US population is on prescription medication.
Wow.
Another 30%, of course, buying it off the back streets.
So everyone's on it.
Most affluent nation, obviously affluence is not working. To be healthful, you need chemicals. To be joyful, you need chemicals. To be peaceful, you need chemicals. To be ecstatic, of course,
Ecstasy.
that
You know,
is ecstasy.
I feel like everything is made
So,
of chemicals. That's why.
I'm not even
right?
looking at it morally.
Like dopamine,
It's
serotonin.
never a moral issue for me. If 90% of this population right now is on chemicals, believe me, the next generation that we produce will be a generation which is much less than us. If we produce a next generation less than ourselves, we have committed a crime against humanity, because the next generation must be at least one step ahead of us, otherwise we've lost it. We've lost the entire process of civilization when we produce a next generation which is actually less than us. So, we are heading towards this rapidly, unless we…
That's super interesting, what he had to say about chemicals. I noticed that you had some thoughts about that, right? With dopamine and things like that. What do you want to share about that?
I feel like to be happy, of course, like you have these, you know, chemicals and like dopamine and serotonin and stuff like that. But like I also feel like maybe some people, you know, they can't control when they get this dopamine or serotonin. So maybe that's like, I don't know, maybe that's like when they start using, you know, drugs or other alcohol and stuff like that to, you know, be like the passageway to get that dopamine or serotonin.
Right.
But yeah, I think you know, it's valid what he says. Like, you know, you need chemicals for everything to feel anything, right?
Right.
If you feel mad, you know, certain chemicals are going off in your brain. If you feel happy, certain chemicals are also going off in your brain.
Yes.
And it's like everything is based off of chemicals, whether you like it or not. But of course, like some of these chemicals can be harmful, right? And so like, and how you get there can also be kind of harmful too, right? And so like, I feel like with everything, it's like balance, right? I feel like balance is key to pretty much everything, right? You can't have 100%. Too much of everything.
100%.
You can't have too little of everything, or some, you know, good balance is always good.
Yes.
I would say, yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that point.
Yeah.
Teach individual human beings how to simply sit here and be blissed out. Stoned enough or no? Just look at me. But am I conscious enough, alert enough, clear enough? If there was a way to intoxicate yourself without losing your judgment, without losing your awareness, without losing your intelligence, it's a great thing. Intoxication is a fantastic thing. Only problem is, it takes away your judgment, it takes away your intelligence, incapacitates you. That is the problem, isn't it?
Right.
Is it true? Ask anybody, you're not in the medical sciences, but ask anybody, is it true that this body here is the greatest chemical factory in the universe right now? The universe that we know at least? Only problem is you're a lousy manager. If you know how to manage this, you would be like me, always blissed out. Anybody can say what they want, anybody can do what they want. This is like this only. Because I have not given this privilege to anybody, that somebody can make me happy, somebody can make me unhappy, somebody can make me miserable. Right now, you are a consequence of other people's opinions. Where do you plan to go like this? Anybody can ruin you.
Bro.
You went outside, somebody told you, Shreya, you are the most wonderful human being we have seen. Then you were floating on that cloud, you know, what number?
9!
What number?
9! It's 9!
9. Oh, in South we do 11.
11? Okay.
You were floating on cloud whatever number, and you came home, people at home told you who you really are. And the cloud will crash. No. It's very important that neither this way or that way, we listen to everybody, because we could be doing something wrong. Hello? Any moment we could be doing something wrong, so we listen to everybody. But what they say will not determine how I am. Never, ever. This you must fix and you must tell your friend when she's not drunk. Because otherwise she won't understand.
Wow, that was a very interesting video.
Yeah.
I had a couple of takeaways from this, and I think there's a couple of beautiful messages that Sadhguru is passing along. Firstly, the whole idea that chemicals and drugs are a bad thing, I think is broken down from what Sadhguru mentions. What he was really just trying to describe was how there's nothing wrong with being high, or there's nothing wrong with being intoxicated. What's wrong though is being unconscious, is having no control, is having uncontrolled judgment. These are all the things that tends to happen when you drink alcohol, when you take all these traditional drugs, right? And so the one benefit from these things is that you feel good, but again, it's very temporary, right?
Right.
All that he encourages through these various other routes like meditation and yoga, you can achieve the same level of highness as well as feeling goodness, but you can even feel it more powerfully. The only difference here is that you'll be conscious and you won't be unconscious, whereas the other drugs will make you unconscious in nature. So I really like that point that he mentioned. And the second thing is really just to wrap this all up, the whole idea of being judged, right? Essentially what he was trying to say, at least from what I understood, was when you truly are able to just learn to maintain this system, which is your body and mind, and have true connection with your inner self, and know the truth behind who you really are, then no matter what someone else says won't affect you, right? And also, if you're always just feeling good, and let's say you're always high off of, in this case, meditation,
Right.
would it really, if someone said that you're ugly and you were feeling great, would that really affect you? Probably not, right? And so I think that's a really cool thing. And essentially, to kind of keep it simple, he really just wants you to emphasize how you feel and how you are should be in your control, in your hands. It shouldn't rest in the hands of someone else. Because at the end of the day, people have hundreds of opinions. And if you were to live based off of how everyone else thinks, you will never be happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very, very valid and strong point. And I'd love to hear what Ben has to say about this whole video.
Well, first things first is like, you know, when I saw the title of this video, it's like, overcome the fear of being judged. I think my first exposure to being, I guess, judged or whatever was like, I feel like it was in my elementary years. I feel like, you know, most of you guys don't know this, but I was like the only Asian in my like city that I grew up in. So I was the only Asian like in my town, or I was the one of the very few Asians, and of course like that came with like judgment from other people and stuff like that. I don't think I really did anything about it until, I don't think I really did too much about it, to be honest. Kind of ignored it, I guess, which is, I guess, I wouldn't say it's overcoming the fear of being judged, because like even today it's like when I try to do something, it's like also I still kind of have that a little bit of fear in me, right, of doing it. One thing that I really like that Sadhguru said was like, we are basically the result of what other people think. I think if we are comfortable with being like ourselves and doing things different and not being afraid of doing things different, and it makes us happy being on the high, whether it be like meditation or whatever makes you happy without having that negative consequences that you know, alcohol or like smoking has, then you shouldn't really care about what other people have to say. Guys, life is short, okay? Like, just be happy. 10 years from now, like whatever you do 10 years from now, most people will probably forget. So just live the best life you can, and at the end of your life, if you can say you had no regrets on your deathbed, I think that's one of the greatest achievements you can ever achieve.
Beautiful message by Ben. I didn't even expect this.
Of course.
I didn't even expect this wisdom to just come out of him. That was beautiful to see as I just watched him speak that. He's like another guru, huh?
Hey, call me Ban Guru. I'm just kidding. And that's pretty much all I have to say after watching this video with Vish. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate you taking that time to just express your feelings, and I think that wisdom you shared was beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for also watching. Take this joyfully, make it a great day, and stay conscious.